Colombia, Argentina, and Brazil were forming a triangle that was formed by the United States, with the United States, the brains behind it, to overthrow the democratically elected government of Maduro. Now, I say democratically elected because there's a number of facts that should be discussed that aren't making the Presstitute news, the mainstream media. Presstitutes, those people that get paid to put out by their corporate Johns and their Washington whoremasters. Most people don't know what's going on, and it looks like, again, going back to what could destabilize the markets, how about a nice bloody war? That'll do the trick, because again, if you think we have, and I'm all in favor of no illegal immigration, if you think we have a problem now, it will get a lot worse if there's bombs away over Venezuela. Hey, thanks for having me on, Alex Jones. Great to be hosting Alex Jones' show on InfoWars, and I want to thank Alex and all the staff and all that they do to keep people informed of what's going on as the news gets more and more blacked out. That's right. And it's up to you, if you want to hear truth and freedom and liberty prosper, to help Alex Jones to keep InfoWars going and fight the censorship trend that's censoring so many of us, not only Alex Jones, very many of us. So to keep InfoWars going, and I put my money where my mouth is, I buy InfoWars great products like DNA Force Plus is finally back in stock at InfoWarsStore.com and 33% off. As one of our most powerful formulas, we've been having difficulty keeping DNA Force Plus stock in the store. After almost a month out of stock, our DNA Force Plus formula is finally back in our warehouse with 33% off. So, look it up, learn about it. If you want to stay healthy, this is one of the products to consider to keep you going, keep you loose and healthy, smart, and alive. Great products, support InfoWars, put your money where your heart and mind is. You know, I want to move on a little bit. We talked about the economy. What's going on down there in Venezuela? You know, the folks that subscribe to the Trends Journal, this is no surprise to them, because the problems really hit the U.S. media in the middle of January of this year. But now in November, Trends Journal, we did a story called Triangle of Death. And we had forecast that Colombia, Argentina, and Brazil were forming a triangle that was formed by the United States, with the United States, the brains behind it, to overthrow the democratically elected government of Maduro. Now, I say democratically elected because there's a number of facts that should be discussed that aren't making the Presstitute news, the mainstream media. Presstitutes, those people that get paid to put out by their corporate Johns and their Washington whoremasters. Venezuela last year had requested, when they held the election, that the United Nations send in monitoring teams. The United States vetoed it. Despite that, a number of international groups went in. We listed some of them in the Trends Journal that monitored the elections. Yes, the voter turnout was low, about 46%. But higher than a lot of other elections going on around the world, like they just had over there in one of the African countries, where only 32% of the people turned out. But that didn't make the news. So according to, again, it's not whether you like the guy Maduro, they're in trouble, is the guy a jerk? You know, none of my business, because I launched Occupy Peace and I honor the founding fathers, no foreign entanglements. And just for the record, every time we're bringing democracy to a country since the end of World War II, it's ended in disaster. So this one will too. And it's also, to me, it has nothing to do with democracy. It has to do with Venezuela sitting on the world's largest oil reserves, and our National Security Advisor, John Bolton, made the statement out loud, the words are there, that he wants American companies in there to pull out the oil. So it's not about their broccoli crop or anything else. Maybe they got bananas, who knows? It's about oil. So, going back to what we're saying, the hypocrisy in the coverage of this. Here's the front page story of today's Wall Street Journal. You see that headline up there and all that big picture. Despair grows on Venezuelan border as pressure on Maduro rises. I mentioned there's virtually no coverage of the police brutality being committed against the Yellow Vest protesters in France. They're our ally. How about what's going on in Algeria? Algeria? See the marketplace in old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs. That's an old song. Algeria. They got a cat over there that's been running for 5 years, five elections, 5 terms. He's going for his 5th. He hasn't spoken to the public, you ready for this? In 7 years. He can't talk. They got him in a wheelchair, strapped into it. He's had a number of strokes. The country's being run by a mafia. The people are protesting. The biggest protests they had since Algeria fought for its freedom against France when France was colonizing it back in the 1960s. Back in the 1960s, it was still colonizing joints. It never changes. Anyway, that's not making the news. It's not making the news what's going on in Sudan or Congo. Barely a peep about what's going on in Mali. Hey, did everybody forget about Yemen? The slaughter going on. It's only the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Hey, how come nobody's talking about bringing humanitarian aids into Yemen? This is all propaganda. Most of the people don't know what's going on. Of all the Democratic contenders in the upcoming 2020 presidential reality show, only one has stood up and spoken out against the United States' involvement in Venezuela. And that's Tulsi Gabbard, a congresswoman from Hawaii, and also an Iraq combat veteran. The only one. They all got lockjaw. So, most people don't know what's going on. And it looks like, again, going back to what could destabilize the markets, how about a nice bloody war? That'll do the trick. Because again, if you think we have, and I'm all in favor of no illegal immigration, if you think we have a problem now, it will get a lot worse if there's bombs away over Venezuela. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
When it comes to rebuilding your energy, convenience is key. While coffee, candy, and other sugary products can give you a short boost, the crash can leave you more tired than ever. Turbo Force from InfoWars Life is a powerful mix-in energy packet that utilizes vitamins, amino acids, and extracts used for hundreds of years to provide you focus, clarity, and a boost of energy on the go. Simply take a packet, mix it into the indicated amount of water, and enjoy. With 14 servings per box for a 2-week or more supply, This is the formula to stock up on whenever you need a boost. Perfect for work, in the car, or at home. Turbo Force is the ultimate answer to a sluggish day. Don't let your day slow you down. Perk up with Turbo Force at InfoWarsStore.com.